bringing this up. I'm going to talk with the ladies. Okay, guys, we are in book 3 of Yechave Daat, Siman Aleph. The question is, we're going to try to go fast.
But this becomes a little problematic because that means the milk, but he carries on the flat.
So I have a very nice shot that I'm going to share with the ladies. And if you don't hear it, then let me know later and I'll share it with you. This is what we're going to do. Question. It's not my shot, it's Reb Shimon Schwab. האם אפשר להתחיל לעשות נטילת ידיים לסעודה בחדר האמבטיה, והאם אפשר להתחיל בזה גם כשיש שם בית כיסא? Are you allowed to wash your hands for whatever you want to wash your hands for? To pray, to make a beracha, to eat in the morning, whatever. You want to wash your hands in the bathroom. And does it make a difference if there's a toilet in the bathroom? Or maybe you have like a half bathroom, even though most half bathrooms in America have the toilet. But let's say you have a half bathroom, just a shower only. Would that be any easier? So the Marash Haru says in Siman Dalid, someone who leaves the bathroom or the bathhouse. Important words, Marash Haru writes. If you leave the bathroom or the bathhouse, you have to wash your hands. Anytime you're in a bathroom, now you don't have to wash your hands when you come out of the bathroom if you plan on going right back in the bathroom, or if you plan on tying your shoes or doing dirty things, why would you wash your hands? But if you leave the bathroom and you want to have an apple, you want to have a coffee, you want to make a beracha, you have to wash your hands after you're being in the bathroom with the toilets, being next to the toilet, you have to wash your hands in order to do any blessings. Manash Haruch, he adds in 2 words here on his own. If you leave the bathhouse as well, yeah, it's okay, Esther, they're coming up. It's all right. Then you have to wash your hands. The Chidah writes from this, why do you have to wash your hands after the bathroom? Because there's a bad spirit in the bathroom, the evil spirit, the impure spirits are in the bathroom, and when you go in there, they go in your hands, whether you use the bathroom or not. Like it says in the Zohar Kadosh, the Zohar says if a person walks into a restroom, you cannot pray, bench, anything once you've been in the bathroom until you wash. If you think the reason is, because you were in the bathroom and you touched your private parts and you're dirty, that's not the reason. And it can't be. If I just walked in the bathroom, why do I have to wash my hands? Just walking in the bathroom, I have to wash my hands? It's not about physical dirt, it's about spiritual dirt. There's an impure spirit in the bathroom, and it goes on the hands. It goes on the person's fingers. So from the Chidah, we can say, even if you didn't touch yourself, you didn't go to the bathroom, you have to wash it. Okay. The Malbim writes, in the name of Maharam di Lonzano, the same thing. And the same thing writes of Haim Palaji, the Kafahim. The Ben Ish Chai writes the same thing as well. So if walking in a bathroom without even using it makes you wash your hands before you bless and pray, then the same thing should be if I walk into a bathhouse, if I walk into a mikveh, if I walk into a bathhouse. Bet Minhas, Manash Hanu says. It doesn't matter whether you showered or bathed or not. I would think you have to wash your hands because you walked in the bathhouse. Why? Manash Hanu puts them both in the same category. Manash Hanu says if you were in the bathroom or the bathhouse. Okay, and who says the same thing? Helen reminded me last week, we've been on a roll. We keep mentioning the Minkach Rav like 5 weeks in a row. Hacham quotes everybody. Okay, now, according to this, so then according to this, how could you wash for bread in the bathroom? Good, you wash your hands, you got them clean, but the second you finish washing your hands, that same impure spirit that's in the bathroom goes right back on your hands. ויצטרך נתבע אחרת, you have to wash them again anyway, so it doesn't accomplish anything washing in the bathroom. So according to this, says the Levushe Mordechai Tadita'a, that you cannot wash your hands in the bathroom for eating bread. We all, Jewish people, we go on lots of trips. Chol HaMoed, you go to Disneyland, you go to the baseball game, where are you supposed to wash your hands for bread? And so you go, if you want to go wash in the bathroom, according to this rabbi, you're not accomplishing anything. So we'll have to see the halakha at the end.
It's only that you're stuck. Because the minute you walk in and you wash,
you have to wash again. You have to wash again.
There for all day.
Yeah, you're trying to wash your hand in a pigsty. It doesn't work. So we have to see the halakha l'maaseh. Ulam, yesh le'ochiach she'en lahush be'vet ha'menchas mishum ruach ra'ah. You could say, let's make a differentiation. The restroom, the bathroom has an evil spirit. Are we sure a bathhouse has an evil spirit? Why? A great Gemara on Shabbat. Listen to this Gemara. The Gemara on Shabbat, the whole context of the Gemara, I'm not going to tell you because it's a little bit late, but it's talking about all health, hygiene in a shower. Interesting Gemara. Hot and then cold, different things like this in the shower. One of the things the rabbi says in Gemara Shabbat is, Yesh lishtot mehamayim hahamim shebebeit hamenchas. When you're in the shower, make sure you drink some of the shower water. This is what this rabbi in the Gemara says to his students. He's all instructions about how to bathe and healthy. Rambam takes some of these things in his halakha, and he says, drink some of the hot water. And he gives reasons. He says, if you heat up your body on the outside without heating the inside, it's like heating up an oven without heating the inside. You're heating the outside of the oven, but not the inside of the oven. So he says you should drink the water. So what does that do for us? Whether you should drink the water of the shower or not is a side discussion, but that proves to us you can drink the water of the shower. If it's impure and there's evil spirits there, how could you drink that water? So you have to make a blessing. That's good. He's going to talk about it. If you want to drink in the shower, you can't bless in the bathing house. So bless outside and have in mind you're going to go in the shower. Okay. Moshe, listening? In lahush, this is for the men that come Thursday. In lahush mishum shinui makom, שזה כמו מפינה לפינה בבית אחד, שפיר דמי, כמו שאמרו פסחים דף קוף עמוד א'. That's exactly the Gemara we're learning Thursday night. That's for the men.
Over there, it's food.
Yeah, so they bring the proof over. So we see what the Gemara is talking about is you can make a blessing in one room and go to the next room and eat. It's okay. And so therefore, if you're going to say there's a suspicion of an evil spirit in the bathhouse, how could you drink it? It also goes on the food, and you drink the water. So if you could drink the water in the shower, how could you tell me you can't use the water in the shower to wash your hands? That's the proof they want to bring from the Gemara. Therefore, he says, must be a bathroom, which is, we'll call it the toilet. In England, they call it the toilet. You have to go to the toilet. Is that what they do? I think they do.
They have a whole different way to
The loo?
the blue water closet.
Water closet?
Yeah, crazy.
Adina.
In New York, little girl probably still know. But you want to make you lots of fish, you buy the fish, you put it in the bathtub.
Oh, yeah, they used to put it in you're right. Yeah, they used to keep it in the bathtub, yeah. So, it's a good question. How could you eat that fish if it was in the...
We used to do it as kids for a couple of hours.
Yeah, Yoshua told me his mom used to bring home a chicken and put it in the...
They brought the fish.
That's the same question. So if the bathroom, so now we're going to start differentiating. Well, is the toilet in the same room as the shower or the bathtub? Now we're going to start drawing a divide here because we know the toilet is impure. There's no question. The question is, does the shower or the bathtub get to that same level of impurity as the toilet? And so therefore he says, Vadai, Shirak bebeta kiseh, only if there's a toilet, a bathroom with a toilet. Asher rabazu hamota me'od, which gets really dirty. Shoreh ruach ra'ah, there's an evil spirit, bad spirit. Shenehenit me'atinuf shebeta kiseh, this impurity feeds off the dirtiness of the bathroom. כדברי הזוהר הקדוש, like the Zohar says. מה שאין כן בבית המנחס, but that maybe that's not the case by a shower room, a bathhouse, a bathtub room, and therefore he says, שמטעם זה כתב הרב מחרח הכהן בספר מקור חיים, the rabbi writes in the name of the Elia Rabbah, שאף על פי שהיוצא מבית הכיסא צריך נטילת ידיים 3 פעמים, he says, even though when you leave the bathroom you have to wash your hands 3 times, disclaimer, that's why I intentionally made the halakha downstairs to tell you the real halakha. You don't have to wash your hands 3 times after the bathroom. According to the letter of the law, if you use the bathroom, you do not have to wash your hands 3 times or use a cup. He's quoting a rabbi that says you do, but let's hear the rabbi out. But I want you to know the real law. So this rabbi says, even though you have to wash your hands 3 times after using the bathroom, if you leave the shower, a shower room that doesn't have a toilet, just wash your hands 1 time. And so already they're showing that it's a degraded level of impurity of a shower than a toilet. And the Sefer Ben Ish Chai writes, someone who leaves the bathhouse, and they used to have bathhouses, that's something that you remember as well. They used to have public bathhouses. After you bathed, you don't have to wash your hands 3 times. Because there's a slight impurity in the bathhouse. So we see there is a line being drawn between the bathhouses and the toilets. Said the Ben Ish Chai, if you went to a bathhouse and you didn't bathe, there is room to say that maybe you don't even have to wash your hands at all. See the Ben Ish Chai. And so therefore, if you just walked into a bathhouse, you can't say it's the same as walking in a toilet room. And therefore what? It might be allowed if you have in your house, your toilet is separated from your shower, let's say, or you have just a sink room or with a bathtub there, it should be okay according to this. Okay. Umikol shekin, says a Chamadia, even more so. This all we're talking about is public bathhouses. A lot of people in there with all their dirt. But a private shower, it's not public. Your private bathroom, your private shower is pretty clean. There's one person using it or one family. You can't say that just by walking in a room that has a shower for an individual family, you have to make them wash their hands. It doesn't get that dirty. It should be allowed to wash your hands for whatever you need to do if you happen to have a shower with no toilet in your house. Who says this as well? I go on to be Shimon Palek in the Sefer Shem Shimon, and he was asked the same question, and he says, even someone who leaves a toilet room, he says, in our bathrooms, maybe you don't even have to wash your hands after being in the bathroom, not after using the bathroom, just by walking in the bathroom. He holds the Magen Avraham would say in our bathrooms, just walking in doesn't require to wash. A shower doesn't get as dirty as a toilet. Like we say in the Gemara Shabbat, it should be allowed. The Gemara doesn't say you have to wash after a bathhouse. Maran Shulchan adds those words, but the Gemara doesn't say it. Only the toilet is mentioned in the Gemara. Okay. We may have to skip a couple. Dam halom na'iti, but I want to read this source. This is a good source. Dam halom na'iti, Chacham Ovadia says, there's another source. It'll be Mordechai Yaakov Brayesh. And the Sefer Hilkat Yaakov writes, he says, in the bathroom, it's okay to wash your hands. I don't know who this rabbi is and when he lived. Mordechai Yaakov Brayesh. The Osif, Ta'am Lazeh, and he gives a reason. Bet Resh Yod Yod Shin. He must have been recent. Because he says, a bathroom these days is not only for washing and using the bathroom. A bathroom is used for many things these days. powder room, makeup. People put things in the bathroom. Medicine cabinets. It's not only about using the bathroom. He says, our bathrooms, I'm not going to call a bath house. Like they used to have a bath house, which was exclusively for people to wash. And agreeing with this is Rabbi Haron Walkin in the Sefer Zekana Haron. And he writes, this is complicated. I'm going to go very short. There are 3 levels to a public bathhouse. It doesn't apply these days, really. But the Gemara talks about it. A public bathhouse, there are 3 levels. The first room, this where everyone's dressed, the entrance room. The second room, where some people are undressing, like a locker room. And then the middle, the inside room, where everyone is naked. And the Gemara says each level has different levels of restrictions. Like you can say, you can talk in Torah in the first room because everyone's dressed, but you can't have Torah in the last room. There's different levels. I don't really want to get too much into that. And he says, therefore, our bathrooms these days is like the middle room of a public bathhouse of those days. It doesn't get as deep as the final level. I'm not even going to say that our restrooms are like the final inside room of a public bathhouse. Okay, our bathrooms are clean. Most of what we do in our restroom, think about it, most of what we do in our bathroom is not going to the bathroom. Most of the time we're in there brushing our teeth, washing our face. And so therefore, he wants to be lenient and say our restrooms should be okay, and then for sure our showers should be okay, our bathrooms, our rooms with showers or baths. Says Manash Haruch, this all that we just said, this leniency applies if there's no toilet in this room. But if there's a toilet in the room with your shower, I'm going to need help with some of this Hebrew, okay? What's a asla? The bowl? Even though it's clean and there's a flush and there's a drain and the toilet gets cleaned every single time you use it, it's not good enough. It's not clean enough to wash your hands for a meal. Only if it's a pressure situation. You have no other choice. The stadium, Disneyland. You have nowhere else to wash. Okay, fine. Let's skip. Fine. We'll read this piece. It's almost over. You might want to say that our bathrooms are so clean, it should be like another case, which is in Manash Haruch, and that case is as follows. Manash Haruch writes, you have a deep hole. And so, not to be too graphic, when a person uses the bathroom, the shmutz doesn't stay on top. It goes all the way down. They dug a very deep hole in the ground. The second a person goes to the bathroom, all the shmutz goes away. It goes far away. Shmutz is a Syrian term, yeah. I have no other way to use it. Even going number one is also Syrian. Going number one also goes straight down all the way to the bottom of the pit. So Manash Haruch says, that's considered as if there's no toilet there. You could pray by that hole because there's nothing sticking over them, nothing staying on top. So therefore, he says, this is called a bet kiseh de parsai. This is called a Persian bathroom. This is what it says over here. The Gemara calls this a Persian bathroom, a very deep hole. And so therefore, he says, that's what they that's what they, that and oil, they contributed to the world. They're good at digging. They're very good at digging holes. He says, don't say our bathrooms are that clean. Why? And I'm going to paraphrase the next paragraph. He basically is talking about the porcelain. He goes into a little bit about our bathrooms. He says, yes, there's a flush, but the stuff stays there for a second. That's what he says. He says it doesn't go away right away. And so the fact that the schmutz stays there for a few moments, it classifies it as a dirty place, and you can no longer wash there or pray there or have Torah there, etc. The summary of the halakha is as follows. Mutar la'asot netilah l'tfilah or l'seudah b'cheder ha'ambatya You could wash in let's call it a bathroom, literally a bathtub room, a washroom, we'll call it. V'yibarech al netilat yadayim bachutz, and just make the beracha outside the bathroom. But im yesh sham bet kiseh, if there's a toilet in the same room, en nakeh bazeh, you can't do it. Ela b'shat hadahak, only if you have no other choice. She'en lo makom acher, you have no other place to wash. And so, what is the bottom line from this halakha? I remember a long time ago I was talking with my mother. For any netilat, for any.
When you're traveling, you don't have a choice.
When you're traveling, I travel all the time. You go to the bathroom, and it's kind of gross. When I get out of the bathroom, if no one's looking, I try to wash my hands in the drinking fountain. People think I'm nuts, but that's great water because that's outside the bathroom. So the key is you want to look. Ideally, you want the sink to be outside the toilet. Now, this can get a little complicated because if you have a bathroom that has individual stalls with dividers, perhaps those dividers consider it a different room than the sink. I'm not a posek. I'm just throwing it out there. You have another problem of a smell. If it smells, you're in big trouble because you can't make a blessing if there's smelling. But what am I saying here? My mother, when she was renovating the house a long time ago, and we were talking about this halakha years ago. So when she renovated her bathroom, she separated her toilet from the shower. And so therefore the toilet is in a little closet and the shower is not. What is the benefit of this? Who cares? She has a sink downstairs. The big benefit is this. The big benefit is you're not allowed to, I want to add this interesting halakha. You're not allowed to pray in a bathroom. You're not allowed to say Torah in a bathroom. You're not allowed to even think Torah in a bathroom with a toilet. If you're going to the bathroom, you can't put a class on. You can't study Torah. You can't think about Torah. But mutar le'arher b'divrei Torah b'sha'a sherohes b'cheder ha'ambatya shebetoch beto. In a shower room with no toilet, you're allowed to think Torah. You can't talk Torah, but you can think Torah. And so, even if you're not dressed. So therefore, if you want to think about Torah, or let's say listen to Torah, let's say you want to put a class on, my opinion, according to this, if the toilet is cornered off, is roomed off from the rest of the shower, you're allowed to listen here. You're allowed to think Torah in the shower. And so therefore, it makes life a lot easier.
When you wash, you're not allowed to do a beracha.
He said the beracha should be, if there's a shower, the beracha should be outside. So wash your hands.
You're allowed to listen to the beracha.
I don't know. I want to be clear. I'm not saying you're allowed to listen because I still never found that answer. If audio is considered thinking or if audio is considered learning. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I don't think about Torah unless I'm in the bathroom. Then all of a sudden I want to think about a lot of Torah. So, yeah, but it brings it down a notch. And so let's say my mom's bathroom is upstairs. There's no sink upstairs. The kitchen's downstairs. So does she want to go all the way downstairs just for netilat yadayim in the morning with a cup? We don't do nigelwasser. I never grew up with a nigelwasser cup and bowl by my bed. We never did that. And so therefore, she goes to her bathroom, washes her hands in the sink. There's no toilet in that room. It's boxed off. Leave the bathroom, say the beracha. You stay upstairs for as long as you want. And so therefore, it's something to think about. If you're designing a house, you may want to put your toilet in a different room than the bathroom. If you have no choice, you can do it. We'll move on to the next class right now.